everybody, and welcome back to my 80th video. Although it's not welcome back, it's just welcome. I don't know why I said welcome back. I'm used to saying welcome back to another video, but I just mean welcome back. This is my actual 80th video because I didn't post on Monday because my mic decided to be an awkward cuss bag. Cuss bag is not a swear, just so you know. It just means awkward. But it does also mean something, but it's not really counting. Anyway, yeah, my mic broke, but it has fixed itself. I think it was because I left it in the PC overnight by accident. I forgot to take it out again, so I left it for a day, came back to it, and that is why it's 11:30 at night. So we should probably get that yawn counter on. Although I don't know if I will because I'm really tired and I don't have to edit that on. I'm sorry. The last few nights it's been really I'm so bad. So the last few nights I finished working at like 8 because after 8 my brain really starts to shut down. Between 7 and 8. And it usually depends on what times I've had meals because I'm really bad at having meals because I'm really bad at studying. So it's such a bad habit. And the habits that I'm about to describe to you I do not encourage in any way, shape or form. They are exceedingly unhealthy. But I have a habit where if I'm studying and if I'm in the zone, I won't leave because I know I will lose my zone. However, if I'm not in the zone, I won't leave because I want to get to the zone. And I know that leaving will not encourage me to get into the zone. In fact, it will just encourage me to stay in the kitchen for 3 years. That's an over-exaggeration. I mean like 3 hours. So, yeah. I have a difficult relationship with actually studying, which is bad because I'm in university. Yeah. So I forget to eat. You shouldn't do that. Please, people, make sure that you eat. Yeah, I really recommend eating. And for that reason, I don't cook that often. Although last night, oh my god, last night I made a wonderful stir fry with broccoli and chicken and peppers, and it was so good. And I don't know, my flatmate was in the kitchen. She was like, "What are you eating? You eating vegetables?" Because I don't eat a lot of vegetables. Although I will eat frozen peas out of the bag. That's one of my weird food habits. And also, I can talk about weird food habits, y'all. Right, there we go. See, this is what happens when you don't make a plan. Because sometimes when you make a plan, you find things you want to talk about, but they're not on your plan. So you gotta change your plan, and your whole plan's to pieces. So I didn't make a plan, and now I can talk about whatever I want. So I'm gonna talk about weird food habits because that totally fits in with this video. Yeah, weird food habits. So one of my weird food habits is eating frozen peas straight out the bag. I love eating frozen peas. I used to do it at my grandma's house a lot. And I just really, really liked eating frozen peas. And she would let me do most things because I was her only granddaughter. So yeah, and I would also, when I was little, like 10 or 11, my grandma would always have Nutella in the house. And like my home did not, my house didn't, but my grandma always had Nutella in the house, and so she also always had syrup. And so, like the greedy little child that I was, I would make Nutella and syrup sandwiches on brown bread. So I was being healthy because it was brown whole wheat bread, but it was syrup and chocolate spread. It was Nutella and syrup. And yeah, no, I wouldn't recommend doing that. That's something I would not recommend doing. What other weird food habits do I have? Oh, I like putting beans in pasta. Oh, I keep hitting the microphone. I'm sorry if that blew anyone's ears off. Yeah, I don't know if do all countries have baked beans or is it just Britain? Well, basically baked beans are, I want to say haricot beans in tomato sauce. And I put them in pasta because it makes an instant sauce with cheese. You get a bit of bean in there. It's great. And I've had Italian flatmates ever since I came to uni. 2 different Italian flatmates, but still, both Italian. And they found this extremely weird. I knocked something off of my desk. So yeah, I put beans in my pasta. I really like putting beans in my pasta. When I was little, my mum used to put beans, like the ones we get in Britain. We also get we get beans in pasta, but then we also get like beans and mini sausages as well. So my mum used to put those into the thingamajig, into the pasta. That was really nice. But yeah, I usually have beans and bacon and pasta and cheese. That's really good. Although one time, oh my goodness, one time I got a bit heavy-handed. Excuse me, I just had half a tub of ice cream. Yes, I did have half a tub of ice cream at 10 o'clock at night. You are correct. In thinking that, because that is the kind of person I am. Yeah, I used to. What was I saying? Oh, I have such a terrible memory, guys. What was I even talking about? Weird food habits. Let's just bring this back to you. Bring this all back to you, Aimz. Come on, you can do this. Weird food habits. I was talking about pasta. No, it's gone. Pasta and beans. Pasta, beans, and sausage. Oh, the heavy-handed cheese. I knew we'd get there. The heavy-handed cheese. So I was putting cheese, and I'd kind of like hit my hand off the pan, and so in the way I told it to my flatmate, I yeeted away the bean tin. If you're not familiar with the term yeet, it means to. I don't know how to describe it with other than with a hand gesture, like to push. I'm like, what am I doing with my hand? I'm like flicking my hand away. But yeah, it's like yeet. It's a phrase I use all the time in my real life. I started using it ironically. My flatmate was using it ironically, and now it's just part of my vocab. Disappointing in myself. Yeah, I kind of like flicked the. I was putting in the beans, and then I hit my hand off the pan, and then I flicked the beans away, and it got all over the countertop. And then I didn't want it to burn on the pan, so then I put the cheese in, but then my hand slipped, and the cheese packet kind of fell into the pasta. And then when I picked it up, I was like, oh, it's top heavy, and I had poured like half a packet of cheese, half a packet of grated cheese, and it was just cheese with some pasta. It was horrible. Heart attack in a pan. But yeah, that's what I did. I didn't like it, but anyways, those are my weird food habits. Please leave your weird food habits down below, and just know that this is a safe space because this comes from the girl that made Nutella and syrup sandwiches as a child. Hey. Okay, I should probably talk about this build because I did talk about the build in the first part. I also talked about Hamilton, which I love Hamilton. I really, really, really do love Hamilton. It's crazy. Like, do you ever notice the journey you take when you first are introduced to something? It happens to me a lot. Like when I first, for example, Hamilton. When my friend first recommended Hamilton to me, I was a bit skeptical. I was like, oh, American politics, why should I care? And then I listened to the first few songs, and then it got to My Shot, and I was like, yeah, I could get into this. And then I didn't connect with any of the other songs. And now that I've listened to it numerous times in one day, I really like every single song in some way. So yeah, I really do recommend even just listening to My Shot. It's so iconic. Because once you get My Shot in your head, you're like, oh, I kind of want to know what's next. Because the brilliant thing about, I really want you to listen to Hamilton. The thing about it is like you can, the album that's on Spotify is the songs come one right after the other. So it's not like when you listen to the thing, you're missing out on big speaky parts. I call them speaky parts. They're not speaky, like dialogue parts. That's what they're called. Dialogue, not speaky. Speaky. Why am I like this? Yeah. So they're kind of like, it just one right after the other. It really just all flows together. So yeah. Anyways, now I shall talk about the build. Now that I've plugged Hamilton enough, I'm going to talk about the build. So, this is I believe, the red colored flat. All of the flats have a specific color attached to them. Like the first one had a green, the second one was blue, this one's red, and I think the last one is, I want to say purple. I think it's lilac. Or lilac. Lilac? Oh, I should not do voiceovers late at night because I'm kind of insane late at night. I really am insane late at night. There are some nights where I'm exhausted and I'll just go to bed, but there are some nights when it's 11 o'clock at night and I'm still kind of awake, so I'll just dance to Hamilton. And also, I'm probably quite awake because I had ice cream and that has a lot of sugar in it, and I had like half a tub of it. So I had chocolate brownie ice cream, and it wasn't Ben and Jerry's. It wasn't as good as Ben and Jerry's is, but it was cheaper than Ben and Jerry's. So shout out to Lidl for providing that for me. Oh yeah, I think I talked about that before. That was the shopping trip. I totally the shopping trip. Yeah, I think I did, because I was talking about how I was just in the shop, bopping away to Hamilton. That was what I was talking about the last time in the last video, and that's what I bought, and I had totally forgotten I'd bought it. It had totally, completely been taken away from my brain. I had completely forgotten. And then I was at this meeting for the LGBTQ plus society at my university, and I remembered that I had it, and I was like, oh my god, I'm gonna have ice cream when I get home. And my flatmate, she also bought ice cream, and then we were like, oh my god, ice cream! Yeah, so we sat and ate ice cream. I really love ice cream. I never loved ice cream as much before university. Like, it was as though university hit me, and all of a sudden I had no qualms about eating a full tub of Ben and Jerry's. There's also a really good ice cream. I don't know if, I think they're just in Britain. I could be wrong. Correct me if I'm wrong. It's called Kelly's, and they do this beautiful salted caramel brownie ice cream. So it's like a chocolate ice cream, and then it's got like salted caramel throughout it, and then like wee brownie pieces, and I'm like, oh, that's supposed to be an Angel's chorus, but I'm not very good at that. So yeah, I'm probably happy because of that, and I'm not gonna lie to you. After I've done this voiceover, I'm gonna turn on Hamilton and dance until I have no energy left in my soul. I'm gonna just turn on my shot, dance to that. Then I'm just gonna keep it going in succession. Although when I came home on the bus, I don't know. Another thing, do you guys ever, if you're on a, it might just be a generation thing, but when we go on a bus, me and my friends, we always just have this kind of agreement that when we get onto the bus, we're gonna sit separately and listen to our music. I don't know why it's a thing, because we have to walk from our bus stop into the uni, so we have to like a 10-minute walk, and it's always the same. Like, we'll get on the bus, we'll sit separately listening to our music, we will arrive at the university, we will walk in silence with just our own music to the university, we will arrive at the university, and then we will take out our headphones and talk to each other. It's just so yeah. And on the way home, I got to a song, and I was like, oh, I'm gonna have to take out my headphones now. Yeah. Dear Theodosia. I really like the name Theodosia now, so thanks, Hamilton. Back at Hamilton. Right, okay. This build. The purple flat is my favourite, because I'm using those beautiful City Living chairs, that beautiful pink City Living chair. I really do like that chair, because it comes in such good colour swatches. I love it. I love it so much. I don't know what that accent was. I'm sorry. Yeah, I think I changed these cabinets. A lot of the things, like, there were a few details that I changed. The reason this took so long, the reason it was originally going to take so long to put in the gallery was because I was going to get the shelf tool. You know that shelf tool thing that you put in your game and it can like pretend to be a shelf so that you can like switch. It's not. I put it into my game and then now I can't find it. I can't find it. I don't know where it is. So I'm gonna have to look and see what the issue with that is. But that's the 411. Yeah, a lot of the details I changed, but you'll see that in the screenshots at the end. Yeah, I think if I am correct in thinking, I didn't actually do any more to my roof deck but I did do more to my roof deck. I just forgot to publish that I did. No, record the changes I made to the roof deck. I made a lot of changes to the roof deck. I just didn't record them because a lot of the times when I'm not confident in something, I won't record it. So, for example, you didn't see me building the actual structure of the building because I'm not confident in doing it. I was like, I don't want it because I know it won't. It'll take me forever to figure things out. So I had like a billion reference pictures, and I was just taking my time building the actual building. So yeah, that's why it just in the first part it just kind of appeared. So yeah. Sorry, excuse me. Oh, that's so bad. I burped into the microphone. I apologize so much. I didn't realize I was burping. I was like, okay, just take a deep breath, and then I burped instead. Okay. What else can I say to you? We're almost at the end, and I don't really have much to say, other than the fact that we may or may not be one step closer to having accommodation for the next academic year. Knock on wood, fingers crossed. It's good. Also, why are bins not an option for the room of bathroom? Because I find it weird to not have a bathroom. No, to not have a bathroom. Yeah, I find it weird not to have a bathroom. I find it weird to not have a bin in the bathroom. I just find that weird. I find it very weird. Because, like, a bin is needed in a bathroom, especially if you're a girl. You know, because obviously you need a bin to just quickly throw sanitary products in. But I guess not. Yeah, it's just a weird thing I noticed. Also, bedrooms. Like, I didn't have a bin in my room for like 6 months when I first got my own bedroom. But then I was like, why would I not have a bin in my bedroom? That's just such a weird thing not to have. I have 2 bins in my bedroom actually. I have my paper bag for my recycling, and then I have my plastic thingy that came with my room. All my other rubbish. Yeah, okay, we're coming to the screenshots. So, yay, we finished Evergreen Apartments, and I want to thank you so much for joining me for Evergreen Apartments. It's been so fun to build, and keep your eye out, 5th of April. Hopefully it will be up. If it isn't, something has gone terribly wrong, and I've had to panic and not turn on Sims. So, yeah. Anyways, thank you so much for joining me, for commenting, for liking, and thanks to Sim Michelle for the inspiration to do the roof deck. There will be screenshots of that in a few seconds, I'm sure, and you will see the changes that I made off camera. But yeah, thanks for joining me again. Thanks for liking, commenting, subscribing if you're new, all of that fun stuff. I shall see you next time. Goodbye, everybody. Bye.